FA Cup, and I see no Obi Ganobi. Where is he?
He's actually on the pitch now having a fitness test to see if he's good enough to travel up to the northeast on tomorrow afternoon. But he will be in here anytime shortly and certainly available for interview from you guys in the morning, providing, of course, you, Phil, and you, Joe, can get out of bed. Yeah,
because for people that don't know, he's been the FA Cup mascot this season, and he's done quite well so far, so he has to be stuck with.
He's been absolutely brilliant, you know, and we get him out of his little bed and we put him on the pitch, and his finishing was outstanding today, but then he just says, a bit like Tafazoli, I'm feeling my groin a little bit here, so he's gone back out, and I'm waiting to hear, but he'll be in here tomorrow and available to talk.
And in terms of this game against Middlesbrough, obviously a Championship side who are very, very good under Tony Pulis, they're going to be a stiff test for your boys tomorrow, Saturday.
Oh, exactly. I mean, it doesn't matter what team Tony plays. I'd expect him to make a few changes to his regular starting lineup as he takes care of things like, you know, players carrying little niggles and suspension possibilities and different things. He'll protect that, because as I've heard him say many a time, his objective is clearly to get in that top group to fight for promotion to the Premier League. It'll be a tough test. Any management team or group of players that come up against Tony Pulis teams know what they're going to get. But we're looking forward to it. We're going to a magnificent stadium in the Riverside, and we'll go up there and we'll try and win a football match.
Yeah. One player you might come up against is someone you can't say, Barry can't say, Britta Sombalonga, and he's a player that obviously scores a lot of goals, and obviously Rudy Gestede is a potential partner for him. That's a decent strike force you could be up against.
Well, I never thought Barry had a problem using the word Brit. I've heard him say.
There's his other bit, there's a problem. You call him Brett occasionally, to be fair.
Listen, yeah, or Brat. Wonderful player. Wonderful player. As is Gestede, wonderful player. My teams have faced him over the years separately. They're top players, but whoever Tony picks will be good players. But we're also going to have some good players going up there. You know, we're going to go up there and we're going to try and affect it, but at the same time we respect and know how tough it will be.
Yeah. Tony Pulis, a man you know well. You've come up against him in the FA Cup 5th round. He actually put your side out. Peter Crouch scored twice, didn't he, in that particular game? And I guess he's someone that you've known over the years as well, because he's been in the game so long.
He's a man I've got a lot of respect for. At one of my previous clubs, when Tony was in between roles, if you like, he came over and done a couple of sessions for us. We've always had a good affinity. He knows in the esteem I hold him, and you know, I look forward to seeing him on Saturday. But I'd also like to beat him. He beat me last time in the 5th round of the FA Cup. I'd like to beat him in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. But listen, I'd like to think we'll go there and we'll be very competitive. It'll have the opportunity of being a good cup tie. We need to make it a good cup tie. There'll be a lot of players in that Middlesbrough team desperate to, if they're playing, to stay in the team, and if they're trying to get in, to get in.
In terms of your team selection, you had 1 or 2 people carrying knocks. Are they going to be risked this weekend, or is it a case of you try and put out the best side you can possibly do? No,
they'll be. We're good to go. We're not going to make any excuses. We know that Marcus Madison misses out through suspension. Other than him, we'll have everyone else in the group that we want to take up to Middlesbrough will be going up there. Big Taff had a dead leg. He's a big rock. He's a mountain. He plays, and he'll be in the training ground tomorrow. And as we shape up and get ready for trying to put a system and some patterns in play that can help us get something on Saturday.
You got 1 through the door already, and that's a great signing at this stage of the window, and particularly given the fact that he's able to play on Saturday.
Yeah, he's a good player, Danny Lafferty. Sheffield United's a good club where he's had a brilliant spell at. He just fell down the pecking order, and this happens. Everyone's seen his class in the training today. Everyone's seen it, so he comes in and he's available for selection. Yeah,
that left back position, obviously you've had Tyler Denton there, you've had Colin Daniel there. Tyler Denton's still on loan with the football club, so you've still got competition in that particular area, but a fresh face in the building is someone you were looking for at the start of the window.
Yeah, listen, we know we're trying to do 2 or 3 bits of business. Our chairman has been wholly supportive, as is the other 2 directors, Jason and Randy, wholly supportive. And to be fair, I know Barry Fry spends a lot of time on his phone, but I don't think it's been away from his ear today. Because we have to balance that, of course, Phil. We're trying to bring 2 or 3 lads in, and as to balance, we're making sure that the numbers level out. One of the things we bought into with the chairman back in the summer is 23, 24 professionals at the top end, and we've delivered that so far. So we need to make sure, in fairness back to him, that we do that. But we're trying to do another 1 or 2 ahead of training tomorrow. And if we can do it, we're still here. You know, we're going to be here much later. So let's hopefully we can. Our chairman sanctions what Barry's proposing.
One player out of the door, of course, recalled by Wigan is Jamie Walker. And how would you assess his loan spell with the football club?
I think like our season, frustrating really. We played him some big games, and listen, he's a very, very talented boy, and he'll go back to Wigan, and it wouldn't surprise me to see him work hard and get in their team. He's the type of lad that I've often said about a number of our boys in the group. If he walked in with your daughter, you'd have a little smile on your face. He conducts himself properly. He's got a young family. He treats them with utmost respect, and they do him. So we've liked having him around, but we need to balance the numbers back for a chairman. If it was a case of maybe like previous times, just add, and we're not buying into that. So the board have to make some tough decisions at times, and uphold what I'm trying to build.
Yeah, and just finally, with his contract running down in the summer, important to get young Matty Stevens tied down to a 2.5-year deal, because, as I say, he's going to provide competition, and also he's shown in his loan spells that he can score goals.
Oh, he's a goal scorer. I'm delighted for him. He's a kid that every day he walks into the building, he's got a smile. Every day he talks about how proud he is to be coming into the building. I'm the same. I drive in every day, and I'm proud to be coming in. Some days you come in with headaches from what's happened on the Saturday or the Tuesday and whenever, but that's normal for any manager at any club. But I love his enthusiasm on the training ground to play in. And he's got a big 2.5 years. I said to him when he signed his contract, these 2.5 years of hard work starts today. It doesn't start in 3 months' time or 4 months' time. It starts today. But he's got every attribute to be a good player at this level for sure.